I'm from Yokohama. I grew up here and my family still lives in the same house. My parents are Japanese, but I get asked very often if I'm half Korean or Chinese. I don't really mind though. I always kinda thought it was kinda cool. Even though I'm Japanese and I speak Japanese, I wonder, how do people see me?
Last year, I moved to Japan in order to learn the language. My parents divorced when I was little, but that didn't change my relationship with my dad. I live now with him and attend a language school in Tokyo. I really enjoy the new things. The other day, I saw a group of people riding Mario Karts in Shibuya. I want to try things like that. If you compare Costa Rica and Japan, there aren't many things in common. I still get lost quite often in the metro. I don't think too much about my identity. I am from Costa Rica after all.
I didn't speak Japanese till I was 16. I just felt that there was no one to speak to. Even with my dad, we would speak Finnish while I was growing up. I don't want to speak Japanese with my dad, since I would have to use the formal way of Japanese. I hate it. When I'm in Japan, people speak Japanese to me, but in Tokyo, they switch to English. In Hiroshima, I was asked by an older woman to help a foreign couple with directions. After we found their stop and the couple left, she asked me, "Are you Japanese?" All I could answer her was, "I am half." I really don't consider myself Finnish, but I don't consider myself Japanese either.
I came to Japan for 3 months. I was 24 years old, and that was 17 years ago. I was born in Peru. My parents are second generation Japanese. And growing up, I didn't really thought of living in Japan.
For me, I came to Japan 5 years ago. You cannot find work in Peru so easily, so I came to find work. When you are Nikkei, you can get a permit on family ties, even you don't speak Japanese. At home, we always spoke Spanish. It is hard, but I am learning the basics. At the factory, we learn some words, but here in Onomichi, there are lots of half Japanese people.
I didn't realize my face was different till my high school friend told me, "You are very different." My father used to work in a cemetery back when he was young. At the time, his brother found a job as an English teacher in Japan, and since the pay was better, my father came here as well. He started learning Japanese at an academy where he met my mother and got married 3 months later. I always felt more connected to my Japanese family. In America, they treat me as a Japanese person, even I have said I am half American.
I remember being called Chino many times in Argentina. Kids would scream to me from the school bus. The first time it happened was probably in elementary school. It really got to me when I was young. I really wanted to speak out and tell others who I was. I grew up looking and speaking like a Japanese, but feeling Argentinian. I live in Japan, but most of my close friends are mixed. I speak Spanish here as much as I can. There are times when I feel more Japanese, but I don't want to lose the other side of me.
My parents are from Okinawa, but I grew up in Argentina. I attended Saturday school where I could meet other Japanese descendants and learn Japanese. Inside the Nikkei community, things are kept really traditional. Everyone knew each other. When I transferred from the Japanese school to a regular school, I felt out of place sometimes. At work, they often ask me if I am from Okinawa because of my accent. Now, even living in Japan is complicated.
I had a nickname for a little while growing up, Tamagotchi, or Tama for short. It was the only thing people around me knew about Japan. I work as a translator, using Spanish and Japanese. I lived in Saitama, but there were no mountains. I made some friends, but I just couldn't live there. Now I live in Kamakura. It reminds me of Costa Rica, but it doesn't feel like home yet. Being half means not to belong here or there. But it also means that you should be beautiful and speak English, otherwise you feel like a failure.